look at all the meat. Hey everyone, welcome back. We're at our Rimworld series Breaking Bad episode 22. We are starting this episode with a flash storm. At the moment it all looks fine and it looks like it's not even near us. So that's a good thing. Everybody knows flash storms can cause huge fires. And we still have some parts of our base which are made of wood. So we're not fully in the clear, but usually a flash storm isn't that long. At the moment is the last week of spring and we already started planting our crops again. We still haven't built any turrets, but Ashut is on her way and we hope she can get some plasteel. We do have plenty of normal steel, so that could be a backup plan if she is unable to acquire some plasteel. Next to that, if I'm not mistaken, we also have an uranium meteorite somewhere. And uranium is also quite a good material to use in turrets. So next to our human leather animal beds, we made a stockpile of human meat, because they deserve the best. Our criminal mastermind over here, Doc, is planting the last of the heel root. While she's doing that, she's leveling up and gets quite well known with the plants. This will only get the drug production up and running better. We mustn't forget all this planting is only because we want to get off this planet. However, Dog is getting accustomed to this planet and she has a nice group of other female that want to help her. So all in all, we don't know if we'll ever leave this planet. A few hours later, Ashuta arrives at her destination and the first thing, of course, what we're gonna look for is plasteel. However, going through the list, we can see they have no plasteel for us, so this trip kinda sucks. So yeah, for it not to be for nothing, we're gonna check if they have something else, and it looks like they do have smoke leaf and cycloid leaves. We're not gonna buy them, but this gives me the idea they could be interested in our wares as well. So we're gonna introduce that to them the next trip. In the last episode I did mention I want some different forms of recreation, so then we need cloth, and this way we can build either a poker table or a pool table. And this will be, I think, a nice variation for the recreation for our colonists. Back at the base, Doc is still continuing microelectronics and we're now 25% in. So this is gonna take some while. But our nearest trader doesn't have any plasteel, so we need more traders, and that's why we want the comm console. This will bring in traders flying by, and hopefully we can acquire the exotic materials from them. I almost forgot, but I also got a design for a fox den. Our foxes were living in our hallway for quite some time now, but it's time for them to get their own specified place. Over on the Discord server we have Banshee, and Banshee also designs really nice bases, and for me she designed this fox den. And thank you for that, Banshee, and we're gonna build it now. The material I'm using will be wood because I like that for a fox den. It's quite natural and I think really looks great. Also the flooring is gonna be wood, and I think they'll be having a nice time inside of there. We're also going to put our work in there and he can guard the entrance. So yeah, this is the design she came up with. I thought it was rather nice and it has enough spaces for all of them, and we're going to make this a feeding spot and we're going to make this spots for the foxes, and to protect him I'm probably going to put the work over here. So thank you, Banshee, for this design, and sorry I forgot about it last episode. So after one day of construction it looks like this. I think it turned out quite nicely. All we need to do is put in the flooring. Like I said, we're going for a wood floor here and it'll give a nice countryside look, I think. And it's gonna be nice and cozy and I definitely like it. At about 3 o'clock in the afternoon we get another gift from Randy. He sends us some cargo pods. The gift this time, just like the penoxycyllin in episode 3, is just a little too late. This is bison wool and we could definitely use this for our sleeping bags. But too bad, we already made some, but we're gonna either sell it or reuse it for parkas. So, proud moment for Doc here, she reaches level 19 of intellectual. Our building team at the moment consists of Rooker and Ashuta, and they are doing a terrific job. But we mustn't underestimate this project. It is huge. We need to remove the entire floor. We need to rebuild some walls. After these walls are done, we need to deconstruct more crap. So yeah, it's also a little bit of mining, and all in all it takes up quite a lot of time. Sari and Doc here doing the essential jobs, mainly cooking and studying. Studying is of course for the research, but Sari is now also in her rhythm of night owl again. So after she wakes up, she will clean up some more. I found out we need to do some manual cleaning every now and then because it was getting a bit of a mess, and we don't like it that messy, and our pawns don't either. Our next event is a bulk goods trader, and of course these are always welcome. We love to see them and we love to trade with them, and we have plenty to trade this time. They have quite a nice sum of money and I'm sure we can trade something here. It's just too bad plasteel isn't one of them. In the end it came down to selling most of our leathers, and we're buying some pemmican and some goat meat. And of course most of our wares are sold as well. We sold the smoke leaf joints and the flake. All in all this was still a good trade, even though there was no plasteel. Ooh, look at all the meat. All meat and pemmican. We can do a lot of trade trips with this as well. Awesome stuff. Next up is reorganizing the storage space. As you know, we adjusted everything a little bit and we're gonna make the columns a little bit different now. When the trader eventually leaves, he grants us 2 components. Plus, we have a wild man wandering in. So, let's take a look at who wanders in. We have Abrubo over here. Abrubo is a 55-year-old man. A man that hid himself during childhood. He was a hideaway. After that he became a VR designer. I guess he wanted to see something else besides his room. He is incapable of dumb labor and we're not gonna take him. Maybe we'll catch him later for some experimenting. Back at the base they're still busy with our storage upgrade. We need to move some more shelves and we need to deconstruct some walls, and this will give an idea of how the space will eventually look like. We need to think of a nice flooring in there as well, and I'm thinking I'm going for a steel tile floor because I kinda like the look. And of course, to keep my OCD in check, we'll place another 2 columns. These columns are between all of the shelves and I think it's a nice look for it as well. As you can see here, our animals have finally settled in their fox den. Although fox den, there's also a work now. So looking at our wealth graph over here, and it looks like it's going quite well. It is rising more and more, and as you can see the last 2 raids were round about the same level as we have now. So if we ever have a raid again, that shouldn't be a problem. So to protect all of this wealth, of course you know, we want to build some turrets. The steel turrets are okay, but lacking in HP, and plasteel are the best. However, uranium is a good second choice after plasteel. And because we can't find any plasteel, we have a uranium meteorite over here. And this could be a really good chance for us to still make some turrets. After destroying the ship and the sighters, however, we do have some plasteel in stock and we can make at least 2 of the plasteel turrets. So we'll do that and let them defend our fox den. Of course, we're not going to place them next to the wall because if they do explode, this would cause fire. And we mentioned earlier, we're not going to eat foxes, not even when barbecued. Next up, as you probably remembered, we bought some cloth, so it's time to build some extra recreation. And we're going to build a poker table over here. This is a nice way of getting their recreation up faster than the game of which they probably know by the back of their hand now. It is getting a bit cramped over here, so we are gonna remove some of our working tables to the bigger space up in the right hand corner. This is going to be our production area and it's definitely a nice size for that. A few hours later, our poker table is finished. So in the remainder of the day, we removed our stockpile of silver and gold because we want to add another battery. I hope with this battery we can get through the night while having enough power stored. Next to that, we're also insulating the batteries a little bit by placing a granite wall in between them. So if they explode, they won't explode altogether, or at least that's what I'm hoping for. Doc is also harvesting the rice, and we have plenty of wood. Our plants are growing, so I would say all in all we're doing great. And if you like this content, please press the little thumbs up button. It would definitely help my channel. If you want to see more and get notified, of course subscribe and press the little bell, and of course I hope to see you next time. Thank you for watching and have a good one.